I can just see from your facial expressions how happy you are for these kids to be able to give them this kind of education. What does it feel like for you to actually see this plan go through and actually get those kids on that path that is almost, I mean, they're doing better than you were expecting them to do. They're writing exams for grades higher than them.
Yeah, no, it's exactly. The improvement, when I told people how quickly they were going to improve and the level, people everyone kind of said I was a little bit nuts. And looked at me like, if you can achieve half that, you'll be a big success. And actually, they're ahead of what I was telling people they were going to do.
Wow.
So it is very exciting. And when you ask what it feels like, it's amazing. I talk to our staff frequently about this fact that I've worked in a number of different places, and I've both seen schools all over the world and worked with in factories and in offices, and there's nothing like going to school every day and seeing the joy and the passion and the enthusiasm on these kids. Give you just one quick example. We started a contest about a month ago for the last month of the year. Apart from what we were assigning them in school, who would read the most pages in the most books of independent reading, apart from anything we assign them. And our leader, who's going to, I think, win at the end of the 4 weeks, has read more than 4,000 pages.
Oh my gosh!
Right? Apart from, and you know what? And our average over the last month, apart from schoolwork, is over 600 pages. So our kids are, they're reading a couple hundred pages a week.
It sounds
outside of school, outside of anything we tell them to do, and it's just they're so passionate, they're so excited. It's great.
It sounds like the students at your school are very engaged.
They are.
What's your secret? I think a lot of people watching this are saying like, wow, it sounds like you have a really great group of kids, but that's not the case in every school. What's the secret?
Well, so what I'll say is two things. One, we've run this sort of holiday programs in townships throughout Gauteng. We haven't run them in any other regions yet, but in Tembisa we've run them, in Etwatwa, in Soweto, and we found this enthusiasm all over the place. So I think the one thing is people underestimate to a large extent how much passion and enthusiasm for learning exists in South African townships. That's the first thing. The second thing, what we do to grow that is sort of, we look at education not as the sort of the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire, right? So instead of a teacher up at the board telling kids things that they then have to memorize, we give them problems that are a little bit above what they're able to do, generally involving techniques they haven't learned yet. And they have to work in teams to try to figure it out, right? And so our kids are doing lots of problem solving, lots of presenting in front of the class, lots of trying new things, getting things wrong. We have a saying that comes from initially one of the grade sixes in one of our holiday programs, who said, you have to be wrong first to be right. And that's one of the big mantras of our school, which the fact that kids are then comfortable trying things, getting things wrong, it creates a whole different environment. It creates a whole different atmosphere where everyone is enthusiastic and everyone is learning.